Welcome to Manila Updates TV. Please subscribe to my channel and press the bell icon for more updates. The world woke up to a stunning headline. News flashed across screens from Manila to Beijing. Philippines deploys BrahMos missiles in the South China Sea. China, observers say, was caught off guard. For years, Manila had relied on words, not weapons. Now, the equations of power had changed overnight. The South China Sea, already a tense arena, entered a new phase. China's military and state media scrambled for answers. Analysts on Chinese television expressed disbelief. "This is an unexpected escalation," one expert remarked, his voice barely steady. Social media in China buzzed with talk of red lines and warnings of firm countermeasures. Meanwhile, in the Philippines, the mood shifted from anxiety to cautious pride. News crews rushed to the coastlines of Palawan and Luzon, where the first BrahMos batteries now stood ready. Filipino soldiers, once reliant on aging hardware, stood beside their new supersonic allies. The message was clear: the Philippines would defend what it claims as its own, and it now had the means to do so. The headlines unleashed a wave of reactions throughout Southeast Asia and beyond. Was this a turning point for the region? Would the BrahMos deployment spark conflict or deter it? All eyes turned to Manila, watching what would come next. The South China Sea is more than just water. For the Philippines, it is a lifeline. This vast expanse holds rich fishing grounds, vital energy reserves, and routes through which $3 trillion of trade flows each year. Filipino fishermen have relied on these waters for generations. Gas and oil beneath the seabed promise a brighter future, if they can be tapped. Control of these sea lanes isn't just about resources, it is about sovereignty. The Philippines has clashed with China over reefs, shoals, and sandbars. Each encounter carries echoes of history and hope for the future. Manila's leaders know that who holds the sea holds the key to national survival. Every year, skirmishes have erupted. Chinese Coast Guard ships have chased Filipino boats. Oil exploration has been blocked. Even ordinary citizens have felt the pressure, with fishermen returning home empty-handed and frightened. The stakes are high, not just in politics, but in daily life. For the Philippines, defending the South China Sea is about protecting dreams. It's about making sure future generations have food on their plates, jobs on their shores, and pride in their hearts. The BrahMos deployment is the latest move in this high-stakes game. For years, the Philippines put its faith in diplomacy. Manila took its case to international courts, winning a landmark victory at The Hague in 2016. The tribunal ruled in favor of the Philippines, declaring China's sweeping claims illegal. But in practice, little changed. Chinese ships stayed put. Leaders in Manila tried dialogue and restraint. They sought talks with Beijing, hoping for compromise. At international forums, they called for respect, peace, and cooperation. Yet Chinese vessels continued to intrude into Filipino waters. Each new incident tested the patience of both governments and their citizens. Many Filipinos began to ask, how long could they rely on words alone? With each failed negotiation, pressure mounted on Manila to act. Public confidence in diplomacy alone waned, especially as Chinese activities in the disputed area increased. The decision to deploy the BrahMos is a signal. Manila still values peaceful solutions, but now, it is showing its resolve with action, not just appeals. The Philippines is making it clear, it will defend its rights with every tool at its disposal. What is the BrahMos missile? Developed jointly by India and Russia, BrahMos is the world's fastest supersonic cruise missile in active service. It can fly at speeds of up to Mach 3, striking targets as far as 290 kilometers away, well within range of many key outposts in the South China Sea. The missile can be launched from land, sea, or air. BrahMos carries a powerful warhead. It is designed to destroy warships, coastal defenses, and even ground targets with precision. Its speed and low-altitude flight make it hard to intercept. For years, only a handful of countries possess such cutting-edge technology. For the Philippines, the arrival of BrahMos is a big leap. Until now, its arsenal was aging and limited. The addition of BrahMos changes the calculus. Now, Filipino forces can threaten any hostile ship or installation encroaching on their territory. This missile is not just hardware, it is a symbol of new resolve, and a warning to anyone who would challenge the Philippines' sovereignty. Where are the BrahMos missiles deployed? Well, sources say the first batteries have been positioned along the western coast of Luzon and the island of Palawan. These sites overlook the contested waters and critical shipping lanes. They are also close to areas where Chinese ships have been most active. Military officials stress the defensive purpose of these deployments. The launchers are mobile, able to move quickly if needed. Their presence creates a so-called no-go zone for hostile warships threatening Filipino claims. Soldiers have trained for months, ready to operate at a moment's notice. These locations were chosen for their strategic value. Palawan is near the Spratly Islands, where many confrontations have occurred. Luzon covers the approaches to Scarborough Shoal, another flashpoint. By stationing BrahMos here, the Philippines sends a clear message: these waters are not up for grabs. The deployment has also boosted morale. Local communities, long under threat, now see the Philippine flag flying high, backed by real muscle. Military analysts are calling the BrahMos deployment a game-changer. For the first time, the Philippines can strike back with real force if provoked. Experts argue that this levels the playing field, at least in part, against a much larger Chinese navy. Some analysts warn of increased risks. Any new weapon in a tense region can spark misunderstandings, says Dr. Miguel Santiago, a defense expert in Manila. But deterrence works best when both sides know the costs of escalation. The BrahMos, he adds, makes those costs clear. Others point out that the deployment could inspire other regional states. Vietnam, Indonesia, and Malaysia all face similar challenges. If Manila can protect its claims, why can't we? One Southeast Asian diplomat mused. Still, most agree on one thing: this move by the Philippines will force everyone to think twice before making aggressive moves in disputed waters. The BrahMos missile is just one part of Manila's military revival. In recent years, the Philippines has invested in new ships, radar systems, helicopters, and fighter jets. It is determined to shed its image as the region's weak link. Alliances have been strengthened. The United States, a long-time treaty ally, has ramped up joint exercises with Filipino forces. In the past year, American warships have patrolled alongside Philippine vessels. Australia, Japan, and even South Korea have joined drills, sending a powerful signal to any would-be aggressors. These partnerships are about more than firepower. They build trust, improve tactics, and show unity. The message is clear: the Philippines is not alone. Friends and allies are willing to stand by its side. Despite the risks, Manila's strategy is winning praise in Washington and other capitals. The Philippines is becoming a model for how small states can stand up to big powers, through smart investments and strong friendships. China's reaction was immediate and intense. Beijing condemned the BrahMos deployment as a dangerous provocation. State media warned of grave consequences. Chinese Coast Guard and Navy ships increased their patrols near Philippine outposts. In some cases, tensions flared into direct standoffs. In recent weeks, Filipino and Chinese vessels have shadowed each other near the Second Thomas Shoal and Scarborough Shoal. Water cannons, laser pointers, and radio warnings have all been used. Each side accuses the other of reckless behavior. Ordinary Filipinos watch nervously. They know their soldiers are better equipped, but they also fear what could happen if a skirmish turns deadly. Still, many say it is better to stand firm than to give in. Manila insists it does not want war. We are defending our territory, not seeking conflict, says Defense Secretary Antonio Bautista. The world hopes cooler heads will prevail. The Philippines leaders stress one point above all: BrahMos is a shield, not a sword. They say the missile's presence is meant to deter attacks, not start them. Strict rules of engagement are in place. Soldiers are trained to act with restraint, using force only if absolutely necessary. This approach is drawing interest from other Southeast Asian nations. Countries like Vietnam, Malaysia, and Indonesia face similar pressures. They watch Manila closely, weighing the benefits of modernizing their own defenses and building stronger alliances. Analysts say the Philippines offers a model: combine legal, diplomatic, and military tools. Use weapons as a deterrent, not a provocation. Work with friends, but keep channels open to rivals. It is a delicate balance, but one that may hold the key to peace. As the BrahMos stands guard, the message is clear. The Philippines will defend its rights with discipline, determination, and a commitment to regional stability.